Hello, and thank you for purchasing a reading about your career. I do want to let you know that when I put this up, I accidentally didn't put all 10 questions, I only put 5. So you're going to actually get 10 questions answered, and then also the 3 bonus cards that can help with the energy of the situation. So I appreciate you buying that, but you actually get double what you thought you were getting. Also, I wanted to let you know on when I use this camera for reading, sometimes it will zoom in on a card, and that card will then get a clarifying tarot card. So let's get started. These have all actually been shuffled. I just normally shuffle when I pick up a card, but you'll see I don't shuffle those later. All right, so the first question, and that card kind of came up while I was reading. The first question is, am I on the right career path? Question number 2, should I change careers? Question number 3, I'll fall on the ground. Should I get an education? Let's go ahead and give me 1 second. Should I get an education? Okay. The next one is this my best career? And then the next one is, should you start a business? Should I start a business? All right. So let's get started with reading. So question number 1, are they on the right career path? Yes, you are loved. Open your heart to love, and your love will be returned to you. I really do sense that what you're doing is something that you love. And it's something I feel that when you were a little kid, you wanted to do this. Like, this career is something that you've always wanted to do and be, and things just aren't feeling right to you right now. I feel that you're a little bit kind of unsettled almost. So this is the right career path for you, but I feel that this career is kind of changing. Like the landscape of what this looks like and what your responsibilities are and how you're going to interact, they're really changing. And so I feel that it's important to start off saying that this is the right career path, but there is going to be some alteration to the way you complete this path. But it was part of the whole situation. So if you figure, like, when you're going to get someplace, if there's a mountain, you figure out, like, the map will show you how to be on the mountain. Like, this is part of the change, but it's part of the whole entire path. When you think of a life's path, sometimes I think we think of like a straight thing, but it's not. It's a path like how we travel. You have to go in the mountains, and sometimes you're in the valleys. Like, there's a whole bunch of different parts and experiences on a path. All right, should I change careers? Yes. Do your best. Keep up the good work. The universe is smiling down on you. So it kind of moved forward, but it didn't really settle on a card, so we won't be pulling a clarifier, but that's kind of what it looks like, only it'll zoom like right in on the card. So when it talks about should you change careers, I really feel that it, so let's say there's a teacher, like a classroom teacher, and then there's a teacher who is like an au pair who like um, works with just one child. I feel that you should make shifts and adjustments in your career, but I don't feel that it's like the whole entire career that's going to change. It's how you kind of operate and identify that's going to shift. Should I get an education? Yes. Rainbows look for beauty, and you will see it everywhere. I feel that you have a very, very large amount of education. Um, a large amount of education. And I feel that there are some things that, so like going back to that teacher experience, I have a sister-in-law who is a teacher, and one of the things that she had kind of observed was, like, when the teachers were shifting to go home, they had to learn how to work with, like, Zoom and things like that. So the education that I feel that this is looking at is not like a degree, but I feel that in order for you to shift into this where the change is coming in, you're going to have to educate yourself in some of the changes that have taken place in your industry. So the next one, is this my best career? No, under no circumstances. There is no future in this choice. There is no way this will work out in your favor. So the feel that I get for this one is that if you continue doing what you are doing now, it will not serve you in the way you need. It will, like, the changes that are shifting are happening and you really can't stay where things were before. Like, that's just not available anymore. So it's like if you were a fisherman and then all of a sudden they said, well, we can't use boats anymore. Well, that's a huge change and you're really going to have to change things. But if there were no more boats, like, the whole thing would change. So I feel that the industry that you're in is going through some huge changes. And it's really important that you realize that the way things are currently, it is not the best for you. This has to change. You're almost being forced to change in this situation. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that the whole industry is going to change, and you have to go along with you have to go with the flow. You have to go with the change because the position you're in currently will just no longer be there anymore. Should I start a business? No. Heck no. You know it's a bad idea. You can tell with your intuition that it won't work. Go a different route. I really feel the energy that's kind of coming up, and the reason that you aren't starting a business or wouldn't start a business is because you're really kind of almost in a service industry, but it's more like, I just keep going back to the teacher thing. It's more like that energy where it's like you're there because you know that you're part of a bigger picture. You actually bring more to the table because you really bring your heart to what you're doing. So I'm going to pull a clarifier for card number 2. Should I change careers? And that is the 2 of air. So the 2 of air is the 2 of swords. Air is swords. And at the bottom it says, being unable to or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Wow, that's kind of what I'm feeling with the situation, where it was like, your current path will not be there for you anymore. You have to go with the flow because it's not just a little trickle that's flowing, it's like a big tidal wave in your industry that's changing. You have got to go with it if you want to stay in this industry, which is really interesting because starting a business is not what we're looking at, but it's not best for you. Like, this is changing and you have to go along with the change because your heart is really in, like, the core of what it is. So what's changing is like the procedures, the rules, but what is staying there and what attracted you to it is the core of it. It's the heart part that you will not be losing in this shift. I feel like there's a part of you that kind of needs to be reassured that you won't be losing the part that your heart enjoys. It's just going to be changes in, like, okay, now we have a green form instead of a blue form, and some of the changes are big. I don't want to make them seem minuscule, especially when you add them all up. It can be incredibly, because I'm on TikTok and I watch teachers and I see that they're having, like, soul crushing experiences, like, for real, like crying real tears. And I feel that your industry is going through changes as well. And you've been having a very difficult time emotionally with the changes that are happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the next parts of the cards. All right, will I do better in another career? Will I do better in another career? Okay. We got some tarot cards. What do they need to know about their career? And then these next three cards are just some insight that we're going to take from the tarot. A lot of times the energy of cards and the things that are on cards can help us see what else we need to see. So let's go ahead. All right, so question number 6, would I do better in another career is no. Time to bow out. Others in the situation don't know it's time to move on. Good thing you are paying attention. So what I really kind of got the energy of when I pulled that card was like people sitting around and they are coworkers sitting around and kind of complaining about the changes. This is stupid. Yeah, they don't even know what it's really like to do this. They're just think they know everything. You know, it's like this camaraderie, only it has started to become camaraderie of bitterness. You really need to get into the mindset of, oh, this is happening and I'm going to ride the wave to the most amazing experience of my life. And I really feel that that kind of like bitter camaraderie will only eat at people's soul and the heart of what you're doing. So what do I need to know about my career is showing up as the Queen of Cups. So it says relationships develop to a new level, trust your intuition, care for yourself and others, tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. I really feel that that is you. And what you need to know about your career is that you're putting you into it. And the people who you come into contact with need you. Wow, I almost started crying. Sometimes you are the most loving experience that some of the people you work with will get to experience. There literally is no one else in their life that loves them like you do. Whew. You really love the people that you work with. Like your heart is in this experience, and it you sometimes feel disheartened because when you started out it wasn't like this, and so you're scared because there's this feeling of, well, what if everything I've invested doesn't mean anything? What if everything I know is no longer important? And whew, man, I have a lot of emotions. um, the biggest thing that you need to know is that when you make someone feel loved, you are fulfilling the biggest, most important, absolutely number one reason for being a human. It is to create this experience of being one. And you love so much and you've loved for so long that I really don't feel that it is time for you to give up yet. You feel like giving up because you feel so lost with how things work and what's going on, and it's intimidating. But I will tell you that the biggest thing that you bring to this whole entire experience is your heart. It's your love, and your love and your heart will guide you in this experience. Because the people who are around you feel almost identical to how you're feeling. That's why they're feeling resentment, because they feel lost, they feel confused, they feel like they can't ask questions, and when they do ask questions, there's not really an answer. Like nobody really knows what's going on right now. So take a deep breath. Sometimes the Queen of Cups can drown. Cups are emotions, water is emotions. You've got to allow yourself to kind of open the valve and let some of that go. You also have to remember, I feel that you're very much an empath, and some of these people that you're working with are causing you to feel more stress than you actually feel about the situation. You know that you are smart. You know that you will figure this stuff out. You know that ultimately you bring love to the table, and you have not had any experience where things have gone wrong up until this point. They may not have gone smoothly, they may not have gone the way you want them to go, but nothing's really like wrong. Everything will be okay. And the more you bring that into the situation, the more it's going to affect these people. And that's also going to cause your whole environment to. You have a very strong energy and you can bring that to the table and almost control the experience, and not in like a what am I going to get out of it kind of like narcissistic control, but more in like a I'm going to be the energetic leader. Come on, guys, follow the leader. This isn't bad. Sure, we don't know what the heck we're doing, but we know that we can look at our past experiences and we've always figured it out. So let's stop. Let's get into this healthy change energy. So then the tarot insight is coming up as the Three of Pentacles, which is really cool because the Three of Pentacles or the Three of Earth says the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player, which is so cool because that's basically like the energy is, you know, that I feel like you've been doing this for a while. And I feel like you know that the people around you are just scared. They're scared. And you can be the team player who says, yeah, this is scary, but I mean, for real, let's try this. And if that doesn't work, we can shift this. But ultimately, we kind of know that we're here for the right reasons and things will work out. So then your next tarot insight is the Chariot. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, and public recognition. Yeah, I feel that there's not really an energy of leadership going on right now in this situation. I don't feel like anybody has really said, I think we can do it this way. And everybody's kind of waiting for everybody else to make a decision, and everybody else is kind of waiting for somebody to step up because nobody knows how actually to be the person who makes the decisions. And a lot of people right now, because we're all in the same boat with, our experiences that are happening worldwide, we're all in the same boat. Everybody's scared. And I feel that you are the only person who can look at the situation and be like, yeah, this is scary, but you know what? I'm brave because I'm doing something that matters. And you're doing something that matters too. And let's do this together. And I feel that that's really going to be something that you bond over. So the next tarot card is showing as the Six of Fire or the Six of Wands. So the energy of the Six of Wands is victory. It says on here, victory, good news is on its way, public recognition. Wow. Public recognition, recognition for my very high quality work. Wow. Look at you. That's so cool. These three, the three cards where they're just tarot insight, talk about receiving public recognition. And I feel that it's not in like a boost your ego way, but I feel that once you open yourself up and give yourself freedom to be like, yeah, this is crappy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I am scared. And we all are. And let's just admit that. And let's get over being scared and not knowing what to do anymore. And let's just make decisions. Right now, I feel like there's no one's making decisions. People don't want to be caught holding the responsibility. They're scared, but I will tell you that I really, really see that the things that you have been thinking about, because I feel like there's been little thoughts that you've had. You've been like, oh, well, maybe this will make a change, or oh, maybe this would make things easier, but you haven't really shared it because right now everybody's almost like frozen in panic. So I'm very excited. Wow, you have some very strong energy. You've made me laugh and cry. So yeah, just keep on with that path. You are doing such a good job. So this last part is energy cards, and what this is for is this is energy that you can meditate on or pray on or whatever you do to kind of put yourself in a like spiritual calm place. And I will kind of give you a little more explanation as we pull the cards. So like the first one that I just put down is like energy that you want. energy that is important to you. The next one is focus on this energy. And then the third one is release this energy. So what this will do, paying attention to these cards and the energy, it's going to put you kind of in charge, and then knowing where to go energetically. So the first one, energy you want, action. Yeah, I definitely feel that nobody's being decisive right now. Nobody has any clue, basically, like, yeah, you're the one with the most clear understanding of what to do. I also feel that meditation is really, 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 really going to help you. Because it's going to cause you, like right now with everyone's energy, it's almost like all over the place, like a big fire hose, like, and the more you meditate, it's like you turn the valve and you go calmer and calmer and calmer. And then people are going to see, like, do you want a leader who's running around with a chicken, like a chicken with their head cut off? No, you want a leader who's like, let's do this. This is how it goes. And nobody has to appoint you leader for you to be leader. I'm just saying, like, I don't feel that you're going to be making any big, huge changes. I feel that the biggest part of your leadership is going to be your heart, your positive attitude, your soul that you are putting into this. The next one, focus on this angel of strength. I really feel that you will meet the angel of strength during meditation. Let's pull a clarifier on that action card. Wow, look at that. The High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. Wow, isn't that cool? That's the action card, and we're talking about activity. So that's when you're talking about. So there's, I feel the reason. Okay, wait. I feel the reason that this needed to be said for you is because I feel that a little bit you feel like you can't make any action. You can't make any decisions. There is somebody who's like more in charge than you. And really, even when you're looking at your intuition, when we were talking about like those people in the break room who are kind of bitter and complaining, like when you look at that type of energy and you're able to assist in changing that type of energy, nobody assigns you to do that. Nobody assigns you to be energetic cheerleader. That's it. I'm going to assign you to be energetic cheerleader. Because I'm not saying that you are going to be going into this situation and making like policies and procedures changes. I'm saying you're the magic that changes the energy of the situation. You help the fear go away. You help the doubt go away. I mean, people are just ready to give up and quit. They do not have a cheerleader because no one's cheerleading anyone. And that's when you're going to want to use your intuition, especially because it's like consider carefully what you want before acting. Like, really think about this. Imagine that you are a wonderful cheerleader and anyone you cheers for wins the game they're playing. Because that's the truth. Anyone you cheer for will win the game. So start cheering for you and your people that you're working with. All right, then we have release this. Yin yang. So that's about balance. And I really feel that there's a feeling of, well, I want things to be fair. I want to make sure that I'm not stepping on anyone's toes. Everyone has a masculine and feminine energy in them. That feminine energy is going to be more of the like emotional energy, and the masculine energy is going to be more of like a strategy energy. So what you really want to release this right now, there's not a balance where you are. Right now, there's a much higher feminine energy, and it needs to find some balance with logic. So then the cards that are kind of helping us with that is, wow, it's the King of Air, which the King of Air is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is a thoughtful leader. And I do definitely feel like you will be a leader. Look at this. Brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional oh, wow. That's what I just said. That's crazy. And then the next card is the Ten of Wands. Too much work, accept help from others, life out of balance, stress. Wow, out of balance. Stress related health concerns. Oh my goodness. You are just so energetic. I like reading for you. So, what I'm really getting is we're talking about things being out of balance. So, you can't look at this emotionally. You are going to need to start looking at this with a little bit more of a like authoritative, energetic leadership position. And this is an easy thing to do. If you start feeling like you are experiencing, because you're not, okay, I'm going to go back to the teacher experience. It's not your job to go door to door and say, hey, can I cut out all your things that you laminated? Because I'm going to tell you, I've lived with teachers and worked with teachers, and that's not a fun job. And that's not what I'm saying. You're not going to be doing like the physical work. You are going to be doing the energetic work, which even can be done while you're sleeping. So then the other card that zoomed in on was the Six of Air, or the Six of Swords. Wow, things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. So I really, really feel that it's not necessarily that you need to change your career or what's going on. I think it's that you need to change with your career and what is going on. Awesome, awesome. I really, really liked reading for you. That was really fun. I liked how things kind of lined up. I like it. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.